The physical transformations of a university reveal changes within the institution and society at large. The exploration of architectural evolution at the Illinois Institute of Technology illustrates the university's changing relationships with an evolving world. In 1893, doors opened at the Armour Institute of Technology. The school was named after Chicago meatpacking tycoon Philip Armour, who donated $1 million to launch the institution. Its mission is to grant students mechanical and electrical skills in a rapidly industrializing society. The Armour Institute of Technology is housed in two handsome buildings on State and 33rd. The buildings use the period's traditional tripartite design formula. The first set of floors are clad in grand stone that grounds the buildings in the earth and provide a pedestal for the next series of floors built of red brick and elongated by extended arch windows. One of the buildings is capped with a cornice line, while the other utilizes gables. The building's large-scale and noble design distinguished the Armour Institute as a legitimate institution among the tenement, working-class neighborhood that surrounds it. The buildings embody the opportunity that the Institute provides. In 1983, Armour Institute hires a little-known German architect by the name of Mies van der Rohe to lead its architecture program. In 1940, Armour Institute merges with the Lewis Institute to become the Illinois Institute of Technology, and a decision is made to construct a new campus. The project is used within a larger urban renewal scheme, and 6 adjacent blocks are cleared. The Armour Institute's buildings are the only 2 structures that survive. Mies van der Rohe is commissioned to design the new campus, which is to express IIT's technological mastery. The rapid technological advancement in the middle of the 20th century is seen as a great benefit and hope for society. It even warrants the destruction of entire neighborhoods to allow for great leaps forward as witnessed at IIT. In the new campus, the old Armour buildings are sidelined and ignored, now viewed as dated relics. The tabula rasa on which Mies is to build is itself largely unprecedented. History was physically destroyed to make way for the new and modern, themes of great interest to the architect in command. Mies's architectural ideology demands a convergence of technology and aesthetics, where buildings express their structural order. His mathematical and minimalist designs are to be realized with the modern materials of glass and steel. Although constructed in piecemeal, the campus is designed as a whole and conveys cohesion and order. The master plan is similar to the Radiant City plan for Paris by Le Corbusier. Black glass boxes rigidly aligned on a plain green landscape. Dorms are on one side, educational buildings on the other. The interiors are characterized by clear spans, unobstructed open spaces, and glass walls that reduce the distinction between inside and out. As a collection, the buildings are very striking and powerful. However, the gem in the group is Crown Hall, a massive glass and steel building with 56,000 square feet of uninterrupted space that houses the architecture program where a new generation of designers is developed. Indeed, the Illinois Institute of Technology enjoyed a growth in both enrollment and prestige as the campus grew. Mies' profile is elevated and he builds defining structures like the Federal Center in the heart of Chicago. His disciples further reshaped the built environment and skyline, like Fazlur Khan's Hancock and Sears Tower. The design principles pioneered at IIT spread far beyond Chicago's near South Side. Although Mies' modernism defined its epoch, the movement proved valuable as the paradigm began to shift. Adjacent to the IIT campus, massive modernist housing projects were built that descended into crime and destitution. It proved that there was not one solution to all design challenges. Modernism began to be viewed as cold, anonymous, and not responsive to human needs. Indeed, its hegemony in architecture also made it dull and boring. With the century about to conclude, Mies modernism had become old and dated. The Illinois Institute of Technology had not erected a new building in decades, and the university's enrollment was down half from its height, and a malaise lingered in the school. If the Illinois Institute of Technology was to regain its stature and attract prospective students, it needed to do something bold. In the 1990s, IIT began a capital fundraising campaign to shape the next century at the university. A central component would be construction that would upgrade student services and the campus experience. Shortly into the new millennium, IIT produced 2 bold new buildings. The McCormick Tribune Campus Center was designed by rising Dutch architect Rem Koolhaas, who fused numerous student life activities into a single building, utilizing a dramatic array of forms, materials, and colors. The interior is defined by a wide array of options and juxtapositions. An assortment of materials, forms, spaces, and uses intersect in a vivid sensory experience. The building has a dramatic relationship with the elevated train, which runs directly above it. The structure has a massive tube that engulfs the tracks in the train, minimizing the sound as it passes, with a functional and visually dramatic solution. The theme of the building is to create a dense urban environment through the intersection of uses and people, something that doesn't happen often on the IIT campus. Even the rumble of the train reminds everyone that they are part of the city. The powerful display of stimulus and individuality is in stark contrast to the internal voids and external anonymity of Mises' designs. The State Street Village is a residence hall designed by IIT alumni and Chicago architect Helmut Jahn. Also taking cue from the adjacent train, the gray cylindrical structure is a city block in length, separated by semi-enclosed courtyards. The building continues the urbanization theme of the campus center across the street by raising the population of students living on campus. Yet the building is more restrained, aesthetically, and creates a middle ground between Koolhaas and Mies. The two structures illustrate postmodern architecture, an evolution from Mies forming the new centers of campus life. They embrace the train and its urban connections, embedding it as an actor within the IIT campus environment, and not treating it as a scar. The buildings succeed in refreshing IIT's image and re-energizing the campus. They mark the progress of one century while looking forward to the next one.